Hello, my name's Devin Blakely, and I'd like to speak on a topic that's pretty hotly debated right now in my area. I live in San Diego, and our professional football team here is the San Diego Chargers. They want a stadium built, and the public doesn't seem to want to help fund that stadium. There's been a lot of talk recently about the Chargers maybe leaving town and relocating to Los Angeles and sharing a stadium with their hated rivals, the Raiders. And I'd just like to bring up a few points of why I think that the Chargers and their fans should build a new stadium. One is the financial impact on the area. The Chargers bring in a lot of money just in ticket sales alone. I believe it's over $4 million every home game just on tickets, and that's not including people going out to restaurants, beers, everything at the stadium, souvenirs. It generates a lot of money for the economy. And let's face it, San Diego has arguably some of the best weather in the country. Now, being that they like to hold Super Bowls in warm weather cities with good weather, I think that San Diego would launch to the top of the list of locations to hold a Super Bowl. And the estimated impact of a Super Bowl on a local economy, some estimates say that it could bring up to $500 million into the economy from one Super Bowl. Well, the projected cost of the stadium is roughly $1 billion. So you'd get, if you were to win the bid for the Super Bowl, you would get half the money for the stadium back almost immediately. Well, or whenever they win the bid for the Super Bowl. The weather, like I said, is fantastic. It's a great tourist destination, San Diego. There's a lot of other teams around the area. The Rams are relocating to Los Angeles, possibly Oakland, San Francisco, Arizona, Denver, all within reasonable traveling distance. So it wouldn't be far-fetched to say that to have a stadium here could bring in, expanded revenues from all of those teams coming in to watch their team on the road, where they might not visit a cold weather city like Denver to go watch their team on the road. San Diego's a beautiful place. Lots of people come here on vacation anyway, so why not use the road game as double duty? You get to go watch your team, and you get to come to the beautiful San Diego area. Now also, they're planning on making the stadium multi-use, which means that they'll have all kinds of other events, concerts, other sporting events, stuff like that. So that can bring in a lot of revenue outside of the football market. For instance, the San Diego Convention Center last year brought in over $1 billion in revenue to the city of San Diego. So you can only imagine what a brand new, pristine stadium holding all kinds of events would bring in. I mean, it's just common sense. Also, I think that the Chargers, they bring a sense of community to the area. If you've never been here, there's a lot of people that support the Chargers. In National City, every time they win a home game, the street is lined up with people in their cars, parading back and forth with their flags, just celebrating the Chargers. And I think that would really hurt the area's morale. And not to mention, it would just take money away. People go out to all kinds of local businesses, bars, restaurants, and stuff to watch the games. Buffalo Wild Wings is crazy on Sunday when it's game day. And all those local businesses are going to feel the impact if the Chargers leave San Diego. I don't see any way around that. And it's not just the big corporations that are losing out. It's the small restaurants, the servers that work in those restaurants, the bartenders not getting their tips, people just not going in. Because on Sunday, what else can you do? So, I think one big thing about not wanting to support the building of this stadium is that the Chargers haven't exactly put the best product on the field. They've never won a Super Bowl. They've had limited amounts of success making it to the playoffs, and really, I think that has a lot to do with the owner not wanting to spend money. That's a valid argument. As you can see here, the San Diego Chargers are ranked 26th out of 32 NFL teams when it comes to cap space. That's not good. That means that they're not going out spending money. They got nearly $30 million of space to acquire players, then they just don't use it. I really think that if the owner were to spend more money, put a better product out on the field, that people will be more willing to spend money to build the new stadium. You can't just put a mediocre product out there and then demand that the public pay for $1 billion stadium. It's just not the way it works. Maybe you can in some places. I don't know. San Diego, they don't sell out every game. But like I said, they regularly have an attendance of 64,000 people at those games, forking over an average of $70 per ticket. So it's a lot of money, and people don't want to pay to see people losing all the time. That's just the way it is. In conclusion, I really think it would be beneficial to the economy overall. It would bring in out-of-town dollars. It would bring in all kinds of revenue from concerts, other events that you hold there. Just the sporting event itself, putting people to work at the stadium, putting people to work building the stadium. It's going to bring dollars in the long run, I believe. But then again, like I said, it all comes down to putting a quality product on the field and making sure that the people know that you're serious about your football team, because that's a big investment with no quality showing up on the field. So, like I said, San Diego's beautiful weather could bring in a Super Bowl. It would probably bring in a Super Bowl. Paul Tagliabue had gone on the record saying that the only reason why they don't have a Super Bowl is because they don't have a new stadium. So, yeah. So that I believe that building the stadium would be a good choice for the city of San Diego.